Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the MrBepic stream. It's Saturday, so hopefully, if you've been following me at least a little bit, you know what that means. It's time for my second high school showcase. Last week was a great beginning. Had two phenomenal show matches, a Game 7 tossed into the mix in those pair of best of sevens, but tonight is even bigger. 5 hours of show matches and a podcast style segment in between the best of sevens I have planned for tonight. It's going to be a good evening. I'm MrBepic for those that are a little less keen than others, but I'm happy everyone is here tonight for a wonderful evening of high school Rocket League. Starting off, I'm just going to throw the schedule up there. I usually forget to pop this up there, but here's the schedule for the evening because it's a little bit different than usual. So 4 best of 7 show matches. That is similar, but we're starting an hour early tonight. It's 6 Eastern time right now, 5 Central, all the way down the line. It's an hour earlier than I am typically live, and that's because we started out with a lot of teams that were interested in competing tonight, but had a couple drop out, and that's okay. But we filled it with a new segment. We're starting off with Jordan High School versus Noble High School out of Utah and Oklahoma, respectively. And then moving on to North Carolina Homeschool versus Ohio Virtual Academy. Ohio Virtual Academy is returning from last week as they competed and swept their way to a victory in one of the show matches. And then at ADST, you don't see it on the schedule right now, but I'm trying something new in that slot. I used to run this podcast-style show called State of the SCL for the Southeastern Esports League, collegiate regional league that I'm involved with. And this is going to be kind of similar to that, where I have different segments, and I'll be talking about different topics, like high school esports as a whole, collegiate esports as a whole, the college recruitment process, what you high school players can be doing to help increase your odds of finding scholarships with esports, and that general sort of thing. It's something I'm trying. You know, if it doesn't go well, I won't do it again, but I thought it might be interesting, and it helped fill a slot after I was having trouble getting teams perfectly lined up according to their work schedules, their availability schedules, whatever it was. So that'll be interesting. We'll get to that when we get there, though. But after that podcast style segment, we got Forsyth Central High School from my home state of Georgia against Grand Forks Central High School, all the way up in North Dakota. I think that might be the widest length between the two teams. Maybe Jordan and Noble are further apart. So I'd have to pull up a map, which I coincidentally forgot to create for this week, unfortunately. But after Grand Forks Central versus Forsyth Central, Egan High School and Shorian Esports from Lakeshore High School will be competing to cap the night off. A little Midwest-style battle. Minnesota and Michigan taking it out on each other in our 10 p.m. Eastern time slot. But we're getting going here in just a couple minutes with our first show match. Hello, Jessica William. How's it going? Thanks for tuning in. It's going well so far. We've got almost everybody in the lobby at the moment. We're waiting for everybody to get in, but we're very close to getting started. And of course, in typical Bepic stream fashion, I have forgotten to set up the overlay, so please excuse my typing really quickly as I get that sorted. I don't want to have to do that while game 1 is going. Yeah, Super Sub return. Destroyer Cap giving everybody a sneak peek as to what's happening during the Ohio Virtual Academy series. Shout out to Destroyer Cap for popping in, helping his team out as they were short a player, and helping me out as I hadn't planned on giving Ohio Virtual Academy another slot in my showcase, but I needed a fill. They stepped in to help out for that next series, so that's gonna be a fun one once we do get to it. But Jordan High School and Noble High School. Two teams around the GC2 level. So this is a fairly high quality match, and cross-platform is off. So I'm just sorting through that while I'm talking. That's the one downside to solo casting, is when I have to do production stuff while I'm talking, the quality's gonna suffer here. So please just excuse me for 1 second, as we are getting this lobby in just a moment. Cross-plat, I swear, alright, we're good. The Rocket League settings, it's so hard to navigate through when you're looking for one specific thing. Just give me just 1 second. I'll put the schedule back up. Turn the music up a little bit. That way, it's not just me staring at the screen. Alright, we got that sorted. I think the synthwave, though, that is a very vibey way to get into this. It's not fast-paced, but it sounds good. I like it. Everything's good. Cross-platform is in. It's not often you get a player on console that's up at this level playing competitively. So, alright. Let's get into this thing. Jordan High School versus Noble High School. And, okay, we had a player pop out for a second, but they are back. So now we're actually getting into things. Jordan High School versus Noble High School. What a fine Saturday night for some high school Rocket League. Best of 7 show match between these two squads, and I'll run through the graduation years as well, as that is important for those that might be looking to recruit some of these top-notch players. As on the Jordan High School side, we have Azrael, the captain of Jordan, graduating in 2026, and then rest in peace, graduating in 2025, so a senior this year. Getting ready to start their senior year, but it's Ike the Tyke scoring first, actually subbing in for tonight. I don't have their graduation year, unfortunately. I can get that a little bit later if anybody is interested in learning that. But Ike the Tyke is scoring first. Jordan, off the bat, found early pressure from the opening kickoff and didn't look back from that. And now Maidenless Man tossing that ball backwards at Flowers, and that is a jump scare and a half. If Flowers was not prepared for that ball. Well, it works out. Noble playing a good bit of defense at the moment. Doing terribly bad outside of conceding that one quality shot that didn't result in the opening goal here. Starting to settle in just a little bit. Well, that was a nice passing play. Jordan almost connected with. Zalo will field the ball with the flip reset. Clean shot on target. That's the piece, though. At home on the goal line. Saved that ball away. But Cruzelo, the captain of this Noble High School roster out of Oklahoma, still getting that ball center. Applying pressure. Jordan at the moment is a graduate of 2026 captains in this lobby. Juniors, at least starting their junior year of high school. I don't know how many schools have started their school year just yet. Because I know in the southeast where I am, good bit of schools have come out of summer vacation and are back before the fall. But I know about Oklahoma and Utah. A bit out of my region. But over on that Noble High School side as well, Flowers, a graduate of 2025, also a senior in the lobby, and Maidenless Man, a junior as well alongside Cruzelo. So, all upperclassmen Except for maybe Ike. I don't know what year Ike is. So everyone playing in this lobby. Maybe looking for collegiate opportunities going forward. And I appreciate the offer, Jessica. But I do all my graphic design. Not looking for any outside help at the moment. Thank you, though. That is an open net. Azrael popping another goal into the back of the Noble High School net. Flowers taken out. And that was a fully open net as Cruzelo tried to get back. But quick to react to that. Noble High School. Sorry, Jordan High School. Quick to react to that. Heads up Rocket League. Grabbing themselves a second. A little precarious. Azrael having to play that ball off their back wall, but you get it away. Over towards Rest in Peace. Side, Azrael, another one on target. Tough save. Made by Cruzelo. Making their presence known on both sides of the pitch, though that is a double commit. Helped out a little bit by Flowers as third man being prepared for that situation. Setting that ball clear, but Rest in Peace has won that ball clean at the midfield line. Set up more offense now for Jordan. Space given here either. Azrael at the midfield line, putting some pressure on the defense. They do well. Now find themselves a counterattack. Rest in Peace, though. Salvage what could have been a bad situation with that poor first touch, but get back to it. Collecting from the defensive half. Rest in Peace still applying pressure. Jordan look very threatening in counterattack mode so far. Not too shabby themselves. I mean, definitely a lot fewer opportunities in game one relative to their counterparts on the opposite side of the pitch. But still have yet to put their opening goal in, but the Mainless Man will provide one with just about 60 seconds left here. Rest in Peace, and Azrael caught out. Ike the Tyke dove in his third man, tried to salvage the situation. But unfortunately, couldn't get a piece of the ball. 2-1. Game one getting a bit more interesting, especially Cruzelo. Kickoff. Almost finding a second equalizer. And this could be going the other way, a 2v1. Flowers and Cruzelo moving together, but that flick a little flub. Rest in Peace. The ball the opposite way. Side and Azrael moves that pass. Clear the zone. Set up Rest in Peace for a lobber on target. It's just a little bit high here. Noble has it all to do. Down a goal. 20 seconds left. Cruzelo is the player I think you want on the ball, and for good reason. What a shot out of the corner. Cruzelo's going to tie us up with 15 seconds left. And what a statement from the captain of Noble High School. We've been playing down this entire game. Well, down or tied 0-0. Nowhere in the waning moments. They might just steal this. Maidenless Man will poke that ball around Azrael. Flick it over Ike. Try to put it mid, but Flowers not feel comfortable going for that ball. And now Azrael has a chance the other way off the back wall. Ike the Tyke will pop it up, give Rest in Peace an opportunity, but that 50-50 is handily lost by Jordan. And they will be sent back the other way and sent into overtime. Get the first opportunity. Ike the Tyke, super sub. Moving down the sideline, giving Rest in Peace an opportunity to play that ball up. Cruzelo does very well to get that ball away. Will not have a frantic beginnings to overtime type of goal. Instead, we'll settle in, get both teams going through their defensive rotations. Truly, which team can put together the best looking opportunity in extra time. It looks like Noble so far have the honors of that title, but great defense by Rest in Peace will keep us playing OT in game one. Rest in Peace, no boost. We'll see what they can do. Ton They have flipped the field here, giving Azrael opportunity to double. But they hadn't been interfered with by the defense, just getting in the way of his path, that double. Backboard, open for business. Azrael low on boost. Maidenless Man there to steal the game for Noble. The Oklahomans will take game one. Coming back from being down by a pair of goals for a good chunk of this game. Noble will win 3-2 in overtime. And what a good start. It's strange. Both high school showcases so far have started with the first series going to a game one overtime. And this one, I mean, as close as it gets. 9 shots apiece, 5 and 6 saves. I mean, that is tight competition so far. And truly, at the high school level, I said this last week, and I'll probably say it again a couple of times tonight, but I really don't know how these series are going to go until I actually get into it. Both teams did supply ranks for me, and fairly accurate ranks. I should have written those down as well. Let me pull those up. That way you do know, and I'm sure you can tell kind of in what area players are at. But since Noble High School were able to take game one, Cruzelo, GC3, but his 2 teammates around the high champ level. And I mean, it's been Flowers and Maidenless Man taking off at times and elevating Noble High School. That one actually glanced off a defender and popped in the net. I think I saw 72 miles per hour. It was a heater, no doubt. Cruzelo, I mean, at times doing the heavy lifting, but this is a complete Noble High School roster that will have their lead taken away immediately. It was 4 in a row goals scored for Noble until Rest in Peace just stole that ball from the defense and put in the equalizer. Jordan finding a way back. These guys around a similar level, like a high GC1, low GC2, and from what I can tell, I think Azrael is leading the charge. I didn't get exact ranks from them, just a team average. By the way, pace with Noble at the moment. The Cruzelo's in a 1v1 with a chance to take the lead, and you bet he's going to take it. 2-1. Flowers bumped Azrael to just delay his rotation back a little bit. And he gave Cruzelo enough time to capitalize on what was a 2v1, but took that 1v1, and it shows you the confidence that he is playing with at the moment. That's a big clear, though, for Rest in Peace. And a center ball as well. Azrael not playing that pass, playing more of the close corner position, waiting for a light touch, not quite the heat that that one had on it. Either way, Jordan will back off with the defensive rotations. At the moment are very chaotic, and Noble High School will be on top of it. Taking themselves a 3rd goal here. That's Maidenless Man. Little air roll shot. Rearing back before firing on an exposed net. Well done. 90 seconds in. Oh, we'll find their 3rd. And they find it in about a 3rd or half the time. I suppose it'd be a little bit wider. 90 seconds as opposed to the 6.5 minutes I think we saw in game 1. I'll let you guys do the math. You're the ones still in school. There's a 4th. Flowers from the heavens above, slamming that shot down. And that sidewall 50-50 taken by Cruzelo. Just perfect. Sets his teammate up for success. Noble High School putting Jordan High School in a bit of a tizzy. 5-1 now off kickoff. Noble going to put another one in. And okay. For a team that started off down 2 goals, Noble High School sure have flipped things. That is now 8-1 aggregate since going down by those two. It's a great Team Rocket League from all 3 members of Noble. Pop ball. Invites Noble in another clean shot. Flowers has his shooting boots on tonight. That is unconventional, but it works. The amount of height that Flowers generated there with his front wheel. Very impressive. A Texas-sized hat trick for the Oklahoman. On 3 shots, mind you. Cruzelo's gonna put another one in. He's shooting 100%. And I don't often do this, but I feel the need after this replay, which I think I would want me to skip. But look at that. Flowers is shooting above 100%. Cruzelo's shooting 100, and the Maidenless Man, a measly 50%. What a game. Noble having themselves an outing here. That's what these kinds of series are for. Showing your stuff. There are people out there that are keen to watch what high schoolers are capable of in esports. Scholarships at most levels of competitive gaming now, which is awesome to see. Every moment you get, you're playing at that high school level. Gotta be showing off what you're capable of, and I mean, even at the collegiate level as well. Transfer scholarships a thing as well. Jordan, down in this one, 90 seconds left. I think it's going to be difficult to make that 6-goal comeback happen. But hey, keep fighting. That is just as useful a trait in a player as a double flip reset musty capabilities. Real chance here. Put that ball out of the corner towards Ike the Tyke, but even though Noble High School's got a 6-goal lead in hand, they aren't slowing down themselves, though. Jordan High School spreading the defensive resources thin, and that is what goes in. What happened here? Flowers, I think, was expecting Ike the Tyke to get an extra touch on that, and was forced to play awkwardly on the goal line. Fair enough. 7-2. Take us out of Brazil territory. 7-3 could put us into comeback watch, but I don't know about that anymore. Rest in peace for a double. Now Cruzelo's not even good of a chance at that. Even despite what Rest in Peace had in the boost tank, and that's more good defense. Playing around one another. Noble High School looking just as good on their goal line right now as they did in offense to start us off. But Jordan High School is going to get one back. Again, I don't think 7-3 is exactly dangerous territory here. But hey, it shows the fight these guys out in Utah have in them. Decided your fourth in store. Nope. That clear should do it. Noble High School is going to take a 2-0 series lead. This one a bit further apart than our game one overtime. Looks like a couple of card changes coming in, perhaps. Look at that. I mean, 8 goals on 7 shots. Impressive. What would that be? 87.5% shooting out of Noble there. It isn't often that you get that level of offense. And I mean, for Jordan, they actually outshot Noble High School there by almost double, which is not impressive. I mean, good when you're considering offensive productivity, but when you look at the actual scoreboard at the end of the game, not so good. Though I think a good bit of those shots came in the final 90 seconds or so when Jordan got their feet underneath them offensively. But you look at the shot tallies without knowing the score of the game or having watched it, then it's not so good. That's all right, though. It's momentum going into the next game. Crazy game so far indeed, Cole. A tight overtime, as close as you can get it. And that's countered by a 7-3 game number 2. And perhaps at the start of game 3, Jordan High School goal. That'll be a clear Maidenless man pushing back on the early surge of offense that Jordan have pressed forward with. Not real opportunity now. The back wall, Maidenless man forced into action quickly. Bump Ike the Tyke, so the shot for the substitute. Zalo, calm as ever. The ball away, but not away enough. That shot just a little bit wide. Sets up Azrael for a ball on frame that he somehow rebounds in after it glanced off both posts. Sorry, just one post. Maidenless man played it off the woodwork. And then Azrael was somehow prepared for that bounce to send the ball right back into the path of his car. Now rest in peace, there's a big opportunity in a 1v1. Good 50 to set up Ike. That Saiku can't quite beat Flowers back. Good defense out of Noble. You watch game 1. No early lead against Noble High School is safe. So this is good early pressure out of Jordan. But Flowers, what a shot. Flying every which way. Perfectly putting that ball on target. And Ike the Tyke had no boost to get back in its way. One. Comeback made a bit earlier by Noble High School than we saw in game 1, and they're taking the lead. This team strikes fast. This Noble roster. Flowers, a clean beat to the back wall. Maidenless man was there, ready for the putback. It's easy offense as Jordan was not set in defense. Real. Sitting in the Octane, I think they were sitting in the Fennec. And that car change, doing them well. As they'll put in the equalizer. Captain now shooting 2 for 2 in game 3. Just a nice ground pin shot. It got through a tight window that Noble High School provided. Side, clean pass, Azrael fiending for those ground pinches. Up for the defense as well. They aren't just done with time spent on the ball. They want more. Ike setting up rest in peace, but this time the defense does get in the way. All the way back to that blue corner we go. Azrael says no longer. Put the ball over the midfield line. Sets up the Jordan High School defense to get going again. By Flowers. Ball put right back into the orange box and in. Jordan High School will take their lead back off of a sidewall shot by Ike the Tyke. Azrael putting their body on the line to clear space for that shot. Still got plenty of time left here in game 3, but Jordan, I'm sure, happy to see themselves fighting back. And look at game 1. Took an early lead, but Noble strung together an impressive streak of goals found that led into game 2. It was pretty dominant for Noble. But here Jordan going back and forth, and now finding themselves a 2-goal lead. Cruzelo apologizing in chat. And yeah, he just gave that up to rest in peace. Shameless man. Hung out to dry right there, but it's alright. Make mistakes. It's part of the game. That's how you respond to them. Cruzelo tried to immediately get back up on the horse, but played defensively by Jordan High School will set up their offense again. 70% field domination by Jordan in this one. They've been making it difficult for Noble to just get shots on target. I mean, at this point in game 2, Noble had already put up 5 or 6, but held just 3 at the moment. And Azrael's trying to put another one up on the board for Jordan. Cutting through that Noble defense and still at it. Stole boost in the corner. Couldn't finish the play off. Any kind of opportunity, really. Noble High School did a good job of keeping that ball relatively harmless position. Side wall of the corners. Talk about dangerous. Azrael looking scary out in front of the Noble net. 50 seconds left here, and Jordan not out of the woods yet. We saw how lethal Noble High School's offense can be, especially in transition. Making a late surge happen to force OT in game 1 before winning it. Sure, Jordan is trying to avoid a similar fate. This man to the back wall. Is there a shooter? Yep, Cruzelo outside, looking in. Peering at the shooting lane that developed for him. Flowers went up for it too, but bailed out of it, realizing what kind of opportunity Cruzelo had. Jordan High School's defense just was all kinds of scattered in that corner. And now, I mean, Jordan High School fans got to be thinking, here we go again, as Cruzelo has the ball in the corner. Gets it off the ceiling for Flowers, but Azrael in defense to push that ball away. Like that's like to supply a clear to waste precious seconds and maybe get this 2-goal lead of Jordan High School over the finish line with some style, mind you. He'll find himself a 5th goal for the team. Rest in peace. Set him up. Azrael finish the play off, and that should seal things, you would think, for Jordan High School. It was made close in the waning moments, but Noble High School couldn't find gold in that counterattack, and Azrael shows them how it's done, gives it to Rest in Peace, who then plays it off of a redirection off Azrael's Fennec. That's unbelievable. Of no consequence ultimately, but hey, I'll give him a style point. Make it unofficially 7-3. Match that game 2 scoreline that Noble ran away with. And either way, great recovery game out of Jordan. 6-3 with an asterisk. 11 shots to 7. All around, Jordan stepped up. They controlled possession so much better that game. And the playmaking of Rest in Peace and Azrael especially were phenomenal. I mean, the captain, I don't know if I left the scoreboard up there long enough, but nearly 100% goal participation. Shot 4 for 4 with an assist. Dropped on that pile of production. Azrael had himself a game. And that will get that will get Jordan back on their horse here, with an opportunity to level the series up in Game 4. Get the out to the side. lead to a race that Ike the Tyke will win. High school. He granted the first real possession of the game. But ultimately, not a ton is done with it. It's good defense by Crusalo and company. Turned into an incredible counterattack down the line. Look at this flick. Whoa. A little kiss off the post for good measure. Crusalo looking good tonight. Azrael's got a chance to answer back here. He'll force a double commit. That clears space for Rest in Peace. That's a big clear. Ike the Tyke has no boots. We'll put this out to the side, and that was dangerous as Flowers had that play kind of tracked, but the pace of that ball was enough to get Jordan High School out of danger. But for how long? The Maidenless Man quiet for a little while, and with a name like the Maidenless Man, you were expected to be a little bit loud. That's a miss. Oh dear. Ike the Tyke on cleanup duty at the moment and performing his role admirably. Rest in Peace was able to do enough to get that defense a little bit lacking in positioning and resources. Ike the Tyke, super sub Ike the Tyke, has been so good about being in position to finish opportunities so far in this series. With how good Azrael and Rest in Peace have looked when setting up plays, that's a good spot to be in, but now you're down again. Cruzalo and Flowers combining for another go-ahead goal out of Noble. As Rest in Peace and Ike the Tyke both up, but no one coming down with any piece of that ball. You want to talk about cleanup duty? Oh. Where Noble found themselves a second goal, but Azrael, double tap opportunity missed. Ike the Tyke just off target. Give Rest in Peace just one more opportunity to slot that ball. Just keep hammering away, and eventually that nail will go in. Jordan leveling us up here 2 apiece. Cruzalo can't put no back out in front. What a flip reset! Oh my! Some style included with that go-ahead goal. Cruzalo has ascended. Yep, Real Albedo popped into chat, and that was enough to infuse the Oklahomans to get them a go-ahead goal. Cruzalo can add to it now. 2 jumped for it, but Rest in Peace found a good chunk of that one. Jordan found themselves a piece of offense for a moment. Didn't have to retreat. Azrael, flip reset, no good. The damage has been done. Rest in Peace setting up Azrael for a subsequent opportunity that will get us tied up again. Cruzalo, as phenomenal as he has been tonight, does end up missing that backboard read, and it was a difficult one. That will put the equalizer in off kickoff. Set up Jordan High School again. Flowers bobbing and weaving around blue cars. Ike the Tyke, good couple of 50s. And now looking to get back for a shot. Did double commit with Rest in Peace right there, but it works. Rocket League is an improviser's game. That improvisation only keeps Jordan playing offense, not so much putting shots on target. That's a nice pinch off the back wall. Azrael there for the cleanup, but Flowers there like a brick wall on the goal line of Noble High School. Make sure we stay tied at 3 apiece. side has been doing a very good job of using their mechanics and those deft touches to set up possession for Jordan High School. They have done well to capitalize on possession for the most part. And they're very good at just hammering that net with shots. There's another. That'll be the 7th of the game for Jordan High School. Noble sitting at 4. This man could make it 5. Defense had too much manpower in the way. Demo. Here's a lane. Is there a shot taken? Yes, but the defense of Noble got back as Jordan High School was too slow to react. And here, again on the goal line, Noble High School at home. It's getting precarious, but Noble finding a way to stay alive. Azrael can't flip back into that ball. Flowers had it laid at their feet. He panicked a little bit. Playing it off their crossbar, but hey, it works. Can't complain too much when it does ultimately result in a clear. Now Cruzelo set up the maidenless man for some time on the ball. Just bang it clear, and no one's home. Rest in peace. Let's get back in the nick of time, but damage is done. Another shot on target. Noble setting themselves up for one last gasp in regulation. The maidenless man can't beat Ike the Tyke, though. In overtime, looking like the most likely outcome. The ball will stay up. Maidenless man trying to ground it. Called their captain into action. And we will get that ball to dirt. Big overtime here. Cruzelo nearly won it. He had 10-15 extra boost in hand. It could have been game 4 done and dusted, but we play on. Noble High School won the only other overtime we've seen in this series. They could win it here. Maidenless man off the back wall. Find Azrael. With some help from Rest in Peace, we'll get the ball away. Zalo. Greatest control off the back wall, but moves himself. Gets some space. Flicks it on target. Rest in Peace comes up with a big block. Extra seconds of game 4. No winner in sight. Both sides have been good in counterattack mode. Ike the Tyke almost showed you an example of that. Opportunity. Cruzelo, but shot does find a defender on the goal line. Center ball. A little reckless as it results in a great save by Cruzelo, but a close opportunity to win game 4 for Jordan High School. There's another. Flowers. Awake on the goal line. Even more so now. Cruzelo the same. It doesn't count as a save, but that would have been his 4th. Maidenless man. Out of the corner. Puts the ball mid. For Azrael to relieve pressure from his team. And we will keep going back and forth. I appreciate the follows tonight, everybody. If you aren't already followed, then just watching is support enough for me to be happy. But if you want to keep up to date with the collegiate show matches, the high school show matches I run, feel free to drop a follow. It is always appreciated. That is a game winner! Jordan High School taking things 2.5 minutes into OT, and Cruzelo just expected his team to get one extra touch on that ball to at least keep the ball in play in the offensive zone, but he had that ball slammed over his head, and Jordan find themselves tied back up again in our set. 4-3. Overtimes being split either way. Both teams have had themselves a blowout game. And Cruzelo, dropping a hat trick, 4 saves, but unfortunately it's not enough. It's a team effort on the other side. Rest in Peace absolutely led the charge, but everyone scoring, I think everyone assisting. Audio static, thank you, Dark. I appreciate that. That does happen, thanks to OBS. Let me adjust that real fast. If you are new to the stream, if that does end up happening, and it will happen with Discord audio later when I have some co-casters on stream, please let me know, as Dark just did. Much appreciated. I need all the help I can get to run these streams as smoothly as they do run. Sometimes. Not always the most smooth. You get what I'm saying. We do what we can. Ike, stepping up. Establishing a rhythm for Jordan. Some possession. Maybe. First blood right there. Azrael had to react quickly. Put that ball on target. Didn't do so. Now required in defense. The first man up, but it's the other two that can't get the job done. Rest in Peace didn't have boost. Ike the Tyke didn't get a great touch on that. And Noble High School find themselves up first. They drop game 4 in overtime, but aren't too phased by that fact. Looking to score a second now. 2 went for that ball. Maidenless Man did a good job of timing their challenge and is a third man without a ton of boost in hand. That is a perfect decision. Great touch right there. Got underneath it with power. Forced a low-ish boost back line of Jordan to jump and make a mistake. Gave your teammate an opportunity to finish the play off. 2-0. Noble jumping out in front early on. Jordan with an opportunity to show what kind of comeback potential they have. Trying to get themselves going in counterattack mode. Rest in Peace. Off the back wall. Find a second touch. Instead, it's a great ball from Flowers that interfered with by the defense of Jordan High School. Postured way up at that midfield line. The play pans out. Keep fighting for possession in that midfield third. Maidenless Man taking it away, but Azrael had that play read. Nicely done. Rest in Peace, same deal. Tracking back as third man. Stop Noble in their tracks. Can Noble do the same? You bet they can. Prevent that from being a first goal on the board for Jordan. Just as Azrael prevent that from being a third for Noble. Using every last drop of boost that they've got in their tank. Just try and get that ball mid, but it's fielded by the Maidenless Man. Still done. Playing turn-based Rocket League. You get your opportunity in counterattack mode, see how many shots you can glean from it. And we'll get ours. It's fun to watch. I love the ebb and flow of this type of game. For both sides, have their opponents read well enough to break through the midfield structure. It isn't easily set up. An opportunity maybe. Azrael could commit on it. This definitely can be committed on. Azrael going to cherry pick that. I think it was in regardless. Ike the Tyke having their goals snatched is a demo plus 2 players moving up for Noble High School. Spells a bit of disaster for them, but benefit have an insurance policy of a two-goal lead. Less than 2 minutes left. Noble will still be out in front, and they will keep themselves out in front. The Maidenless Man getting a third goal here, taking advantage of awkward play in the corner by Azrael. Just fires a bullet on target. Corner ball intercepted by Azrael. It's nicely done by the Maidenless Man. Ish. It started out nice, but the play ended up on the wrong side of nice for Noble. Azrael, clean shot from the corner, beat everybody there on the Noble High School goal line. And just like that, Jordan High School pull within one again. This is a good opportunity to tie things up. Ike the Tyke, what do you have for us? Nothing, says Flowers. A confident challenge there off the ceiling. I love how many players at a good chunk of the ranking levels of Rocket League are feeling confident to go off the ceiling. I don't know, that's something I enjoy doing. It's just fun. If you can get used to flipping in the air off the ceiling, it's fun to challenge like that. Oh, that's a skim and a half. Rest in peace. Forcing Ike the Tyke to backtrack just a little bit, but Ike does well. It's two. So plays the ball right at the Maidenless Man. Finds one beat. Makes it a second as well at the midfield line, but the third is what ends that potential swapping of possession. Really results in Azrael almost tying us up with 30 seconds left to play. Just in peace. Collecting this with boost. Then they can end with the Maidenless Man. Yet Jordan High School find themselves an escape route, but that demo could very well seal this game. It clears a lane for Cruzelo, who puts Game 5 on ice. It's only fitting the captain steps up and puts in the goal that will very likely give Noble High School match point. Azrael not in a good spot to flip that kickoff into offense, so it is secured. Noble win Game 5, and will take us into Game 6 with a series lead. I'm going to make sure those are card changes, just in case. I always tell everyone they're best of sevens, but I do have some teams that will forget that in the heat of the moment. So we're all good to go. And I'm glad to see, well, did I get all the stats? Yes, I did. Okay. Cruzelo, again, producing. 2 goals on 2 shots. Toss a couple of saves in there as well. He has certainly been the leader for his team. And this is the kind of player that eyes, I think, are automatically drawn to, especially at the collegiate level. Like, I'm a collegiate scout myself, being a coach for Huntington College. And so you see a player like that that's consistently producing throughout a series. And his teammates are having good games as well. The Maidenless Man and Flowers are putting in goals. It's not like they're dead weight. But Cruzelo is leading his team, because I just joined the lobby. Alright, we're good though. And Albedo is on top of things. See, that's why I host this, right there. Albedo, thank you for being a collegiate coach that's watching these matches, looking for players. I appreciate that. I save, I can type. That was pretty. That's where I'd like to go with this showcase series. There should be collegiate scouts watching this. Albedo Keeping his eyes peeled. It makes sense. Noble High School, I don't think is too far from the University of Oklahoma. Albedo, you know the geography, I'm sure, better than I do, but I was looking at a map earlier today, and it's not too far outside of Norman. Yeah, okay. So it makes sense. I'm glad you're here. I would love to see these talent pipelines develop. Being an SCL fan, I would love to see Cruzelo leading the charge for the Sooners at some point. We'll see where these players end up, but at the moment, in the present, they are fighting for their Showmatch lives, especially those Utahians? Utanians? What are people from Utah called? I know that. Utes? I need some help. But, especially Jordan High School, they are fighting for their Showmatch lives here. Down a game here in Game 6. And Cruzelo trying to make them play awkwardly. The Tyke has no boost, but has to get back for a hit here. Cruzelo, secondary touch is good. Find a redirection there. So Jordan High School get themselves out of dodge. Maidenless Man and Cruzelo put them right back into it. That is a nice flip reset. Flowers off the back wall. Got the Maidenless Man to jump. That jump will be unsuccessful. Let's cut back in rotation. Enough though, rest in peace. Picks out a shooting lane and makes the most of it. Cruzelo. Not a great touch off the sidewall there. That allows a free shot for Jordan, and rest in peace hasn't been missing out tonight. Rest in peace. Denied by the Maidenless Man. And yes, Albedo, he is still a junior. Cruzelo is. Nasreal, is that you in chat? Talking? You gotta stay locked in, man. I'm not saying that's an immediate reason why this goal was conceded. I think I can rest in peace. Got a little tangled up there with each other on the side wall. But for those that may be tuning in late for this series, we got juniors and seniors in the lobby here tonight. Rest in peace, a junior. Sorry, rest in peace, a senior. Flowers also a senior. They got one more year left of high school. But the rest of them are juniors. And like the Tyke, I actually don't know what year they are. They were a last-minute addition to the Jordan High School roster. For this show match, at least. But I didn't catch their graduation year. Either way, Jordan finding a lead now with 2 minutes left to play. That mid-ball is taken by Flowers and put in an open net. What an interception by Noble. The Maidenless Man is AFK, it looks like. Not sure what happened there. If they just knew that that was Flowers' ball and so they stayed still. Well, what's happening at the moment? They are back. All right. No harm done, except Cruzelo has missed. So a little bit of harm done. Seen that too often tonight, just put in an awkward spot. Chose to turn upfield as opposed to turning back towards net. And that aggressive decision ends up costing Noble High School a chance to take the lead right now. We'll need 2 more for that, and rest in peace. Not keen on granting it. Zalo, touch. Nasrael in an awkward spot. Zalo almost got one back. Flowers, mid-ball. Has set up the Maidenless Man. No, Cruzelo. For a shot on that was never really credited, but it was a pair of decent looks for Noble High School. They will not end up converting. That ball was 95% of the way in. And somehow, Noble didn't score. How did Jordan keep that out? Rest in peace, can do something wild here. Didn't have the boost for it. So it's another opportunity for Noble High School. Cruzelo goes high with the ball. Sets up the maidenless man. That's a little bit to be desired, that shot. That demo opening things up for Rest in Peace. Might send us to Game 7. There's still 36 seconds left on the clock, but Jordan High School have put themselves in a great position to force Game 7. Cruzelo coming up on that shot here. Pass mid, still not enough. Rest in Peace, doing everything he can. Everything to get Jordan High School into Game 7. And we're now running behind schedule with this really looking like we're going to a final game decider. So I'm going to try and skip the replay to Rest in Peace. Wanting to watch it all the way through. Seconds here. A formality. Incredible display of defensive prowess by the Jordan High School Rocket League team. And one more for the road. Why not? They put up numbers this game on both sides of the ball. And it was Rest in Peace and Azrael that had themselves an impressive an impressive Rocket League game. Look at that. 4 for 5 for Rest in Peace, 2 for 5 for Azrael. But that shooting percentage made up for with the trio of saves that he found. And Cruzelo is changing his tag. Fair enough. Whatever helps you. And Flowers in chat. I said, good luck, have fun. Game 7. I'm ready for it. We've gotten a lot of Game 7s on the MrBepic stream lately. I am all here for it. Had a pair on this past Tuesday Night Lights. The high school showcase a week ago had one. And now we are beginning tonight's high school showcase with a Game 7 on the board. It'll be Ike the Tyke first on the scene. Some possession here for Azrael. Forced to play the ball hard off the ceiling, but it doesn't matter. How does that go in? It took a skip off of Cruzelo's car. Oh, and that's painful. I think Azrael was putting that one in regardless, but man. 1-0, Jordan High School. Finding an early lead here. And maybe one to boot. Rest in Peace doubles up within 20 seconds of us getting kicked off. And talk about a start for Jordan High. Here though, shot for Cruzelo. Set up a secondary opportunity, but Rest in Peace, a wonderful in and out play. Now, perhaps a third. That's an assist, but he'll take it. 3-2. Sorry, 3-0. Rest in Peace, 2 goals, and now an assist. He is all over the pit for Jordan High School. They forced Game 7 and are now looking to make the most of it. We'll see what kind of comeback potential Noble High School has here. We've seen them go through flurries of offense, but it will not start there. Great save by Rest in Peace. This man now trying to follow up. Has a lead blocker, but Azrael dodges the bumper and makes the save. I like the tyke. Missing on that one. It's a maidenless man, but in the corner, that ball had too much power on it. The long-standing offensive for the Noble High School roster, but nothing to show for it. They are pushed back into defense. Jordan High can look to add a fourth. Nice pass. Nice finish. Rest in Peace and Azrael have had enough of the funny business. That were the 3 games that Noble High School won. 4 goals in less than 2 minutes for Jordan High should be enough to secure them Game 7. Azrael off the back wall to set up Rest in Peace. Cheeky pass. Rest in Peace. I don't blame him for not being completely prepared for it. But as we approach the halfway point of Game 7, it's still all Jordan. Azrael's got 3 assists. Rest in Peace has a Texas-sized hat trick. And Noble High School has a lot of work to do. If there are any players from Ohio Virtual Academy or the North Carolina homeschool team that are playing in the next best of 7 set, we're running behind, I know. I'll have the lobby info up as soon as I can following the conclusion of this series. We've had several 2-minute plus overtimes. We've had high-scoring games. So we're going to be a bit behind schedule tonight. And I'm okay with that. I would love to see another OT here. It'll be one of the crazier comebacks I've seen on my stream. But Noble High School's got to have it in them. Cruzelo, center ball, but there's no one there to follow it up. This man will force a double commit. Set up Flowers for a shot, but that is easily saved by Rest in Peace. Cruzelo, no shots. Tough ball to put on frame. He's going for it. He's been going for it. We need just a serious last gasp out of Noble High School. That's a nice shot. That could be in. Not enough, though. Azrael off the back wall. Could have given that one up, but... Oh, actually, it has been given up. Cruzelo. Nice shot. Maybe will be the first step in a crazy comeback, but you gotta show me probably goals 3 and 4 for me really to believe. Esports Legends, is that your official team name, Kachow? Stinky Bus did not tell me if you guys had a team name. All right, Esports Legends, I love it. Esports Legends versus Ohio Virtual Academy up next. Following the conclusion of this one, which might have just been sealed by 2 crazy blocks. Oh no. That's painful. A block by Jordan, and then a block by a Noble High School player. We'll put this series to bed, and it's time for a victory lap for Jordan High School. They went down 0-2 in the series, didn't blink. Went down on match point, didn't blink. Won 2 games in a row every time they needed to keep themselves in it and take our first show match of the night in 7. GG's all around. What a way to kick off the night. Sorry, Albedo, your Oklahoma boys couldn't get the job done. It's the Utah high schoolers that will take the first dub of the evening. And rest in peace, almost dropped 1,000 points that game. Shot 4 for 7, had an assist as well, and then put 4 saves up on the defensive side of things. That is an impressive stat line. But I do have to go to break rather quickly, unfortunately. I would love to talk more about that series as it was a good one. But we have Ohio Virtual Academy versus the esports legends of North Carolina high school homeschoolers coming up in just a second. I gotta set up for that real fast. I'll be right back.